Hello students. So students, today we are going to start with the 11th chapter of your syllabus, and the name of this chapter is Study of Animal Type Cockroach. So basically in this chapter we are going to study about the overall characteristic features of cockroaches. Okay, and let me also tell you that maximum part of this chapter is being reduced for this year. So there is very little portion for this particular chapter that we have to study. Okay, so let us start this chapter by studying the habit and the habitat of cockroaches. Now cockroaches, they are omnipresent. That means they are present everywhere throughout the world. And if we speak about the habitat, they usually prefer area that is damp or it is moist. Okay, because in damp and moist area there is a lot of organic content growing. Okay, there is a lot of nutrition and there is a lot of organic content growing. So these cockroaches, they prefer staying or living in such areas. Other than that, they will live, or they will be found in the cracks. So if there is a certain crack in the wall or in the furniture or something like that, you will see these cockroaches living there. They are omnivorous, nocturnal and cursorial. When we say omnivorous, that means it has the ability to feed and to survive on both plant as well as animal content. Okay, so it can feed upon both plant and animal matter. Nocturnal means they are active mainly during night time. Okay, so you will see them active in night. And cursorial means they are fast runners. Now, if we speak about the three common species of cockroaches that are found in India, the first one is Periplaneta americana, the second one is Blatta orientalis, and Blatta germanica. Okay, so these are the three common species of cockroaches that are found in India. Now, let us also study about the systematic position of cockroach. So, kingdom is considered as Animalia because the cell walls are absent and they show heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Phylum is Arthropoda because if you see the appendages, they have this joint appendages, and the body is segmented. That we'll be seeing in the next slide, that the body, it shows segments. Okay, it is divided into segments. Also the exoskeleton is made up of chitin material. So they show chitinous exoskeleton. So because of this, they are considered to be arthropodas. The next is class Insecta. They have been put in class Insecta because they show two pairs of wings and three pairs of walking legs. Okay, so if they open these wings, you will see that there are two pairs of wings that we'll be seeing in the next slide, and here you can see that they have three pairs of walking legs, 1, 2 and 3 on both sides. Genus is Periplaneta. So Periplaneta, because they are nocturnal, that means they show their activity during night time, and they have straight wings. Okay, and species is Americana because they have been originated from the continent of America. So the species is Americana. So students, habit and habitat and systematic position is the first part, which is evaluative for this year. So the questions will come on the habit and the habitat of cockroach and the systematic position. Now next, let us also study about the external features of cockroaches, and we are studying about this one particular species, that is Periplaneta americana. Okay, now if you remember in the practicals as well, I have taken this particular part, I have explained this particular part, and also this particular part, that is external features of cockroaches, it is been reduced for this year, so we may not go in much detail of it. Okay, so if you see, it is laterally symmetrical, the body is laterally symmetrical, reddish brown in color, and triploblastic. That means it is made up of, the body is made up of 3 germ layers. Okay, cockroach, they are considered to be the common household pest. They are nocturnal, omnivorous, cursorial, That means they are fast runners. It shows this elongated dorsoventrally flattened body, and the body of the cockroach, it is protected by an exoskeleton which is made up of chitin matter. Okay, so it is made up of chitin material, so it is showing chitinous exoskeleton. Each body segments into 4 plates. Okay, so there is this dorsal sternum, the ventral sternum, and the 2 lateral pleura. Okay, and then the body is segmented and divided into the head region, the thorax region, and the abdomen region. So there is a small head region which is attached to the thorax by the short neck in between, and the short neck is called as cervical. The head will bear 2 compound eyes that you can see. It bears 2 antennae. So there are 2 elongated antennas which are present on either sides, and the function of these antennas are to sense any kind of smell. Okay, then there is also fenestra and mouth part. So fenestra are white spots which are present at the base of the antenna. Okay, now after the head region, if we speak about the thorax region is divided into 3 parts: the prothorax region, the mesothorax region, and the metathorax region. Okay, so prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. So thorax on dorsal side, they produce 2 pairs of wings. The first pair is dark, while the second one is slightly transparent, you can say, and they are thin. The first pair of wing, it is just protective in nature. Okay, it protects the inner body of, or you can say the segmented body of the cockroach, and the outer pair, the second pair, that is used for flying. Now the thorax are on ventral side, it bears 3 pairs of joint legs. So on the ventral side, or you can say at the lower side, it will bear 3 pairs of walking legs. Okay, now the function of these legs are of course for walking and running. Abdomen region, if you see, the abdomen region is divided into 11 segments. So if you count these segments, there are 11 segments, where the 10th and the 11th segment here, it is fused together. Okay, now you can easily differentiate between a male cockroach and a female cockroach. A male cockroach will bear a pair of anal style. Okay, it is in the 9th segment. Now if you see over here, this is the male cockroach and this is the female cockroach, and this is the anal style which you can see on the 9th segment of the male cockroach, and it is absent in the female cockroach. Okay, so this is one distinguishing character between the male and the female cockroach. In both male and female, the 10th pair, it bears a pair of cerci. Okay, and which is sensitive to movement of air, sound, or vibration. So this is about the external feature of cockroach. I will not go in much detail of it because it is any which ways reduced for this year. The next, digestive system of cockroach, which has also been reduced. So if we study about the digestive system, which I have already also taken for your practicals, it consists of the alimentary canal and the digestive glands. The alimentary canal consists of the following parts. There is preoral cavity. So this cavity, it lies in front of the mouth and it is bound by the mouth parts. Then the mouth is a small aperture on the anterior side, that is this side, and it opens into this pharynx. So this is the pharynx. Pharynx, it is a very short vertical tube, and this pharynx will open into the esophagus. So this is the esophagus. Okay, esophagus, it is a narrow tube that you can see over here, and this narrow tube, it runs through the neck region of the cockroach. Okay, the esophagus, it will dilate towards the crop. So the crop is a large balloon-like, or you can say a bag-like structure which stores food for a very short duration of time. So the function of the crop region is to store food. The crop will descend into this gizzard. Now gizzard, it is a thick-walled conical muscular organ, and the function of this particular organ is for grinding and filtering the food. So this conical structure that you can see, a triangular structure, it is called a gizzard. Then you can also see this hepatic cilia where they are 8 blind tubes, okay, so 4 on either side, and they are internally lined by glandular cells, and they secrete digestive enzymes. So the digestive enzymes are secreted by these 8 tubes. Then comes the midgut, which is also called as mesenteron. So mesenteron, it is a short tube located between the gizzard and the hindgut. Okay, so this is the midgut, and it is located where? It is located in between the gizzard and the hindgut. Now the function of midgut or mesenteron is digestion and absorption of the food that is taken in. Then coming to the hindgut is it consists of ileum, colon and rectum. So ileum, it is a short tube that you can see over here. This is a short tube. This descends towards the colon, which is a long and a coiled tube that is not shown coiled over here, but it is a coiled tube. And then that gives rise or dilates towards the rectum. So rectum is a broad terminal part over here. Okay, and this rectum will then open up into the anus region. Now at the junction of the midgut and the hindgut, so this is where the hindgut starts and this is the midgut. So at the junction of both, you will see these thread-like structures again, or you can say hair-like structures again. So there are about 60 to 80 pale yellow color long hair-like structures, and these are called as the Malpighian tubules. And the function of these Malpighian tubules is excretory. So the excretion is done through the Malpighian tubule. And also if we speak about the salivary glands, so salivary glands are paired structures which are situated one on either side in the crop region, having a pair of glandular portion or the receptacles or reservoirs. The ducts, they arise from the glandular portion and unite to form a common duct over here. Okay, so the two common ducts, they join to form an efferent salivary duct which opens at the base of the hypopharynx region. Now students, as I told you, this part also is being reduced for your theory. Okay, it is there. See, the external feature and the digestive system of cockroach, it is there for your practicals, but it is being reduced for your theory. Okay, now next, the last part of the chapter, that is the interactions of cockroaches with mankind. Now this is the part that is there, it is being included and it is evaluated for this year. So cockroaches, they cause damage to the household materials, like they cause damage to the clothes, shoes, paper, and then anywhere where the place is dark and where they can hide, you will find these cockroaches there. And they actually eat and destroy food stuff as well. Okay, now when they eat and destroy the food stuff, they actually contaminate the food, and they contaminate the food in a way that it gives a typical smell and it is not edible. Okay, and as discussed previously also about the habitat, you will see these cockroaches growing and living in an area which is moist and damp. So when we speak about household, you will find them living in the sewage pipes, in the gutter holes. Okay, and with them they also carry some very harmful pathogens that cause diseases like cholera, diarrhea, tuberculosis, typhoids and all. Now cockroaches, they serve as a part of food chain also. So there are many amphibians, birds, lizards, rodents that prey upon these cockroaches, and they are the part of the food chain. Other than this, if we speak about humans, in a certain group of people, they eat cockroaches in South America. It is edible in China and Myanmar. Okay, and if we speak about laboratory work, so they are used as experimental animal in laboratories. So I think until 2012, cockroaches were the part of the practical syllabus. They are still the part of the practical syllabus for 11th and 12th, but until 2012, students were allowed to dissect the cockroach in the lab. Okay, so after, I think after 2012 or 2013, it was banned and it was removed. So cockroaches, they are used as experimental animals in laboratories for any biological researches, and they can be obtained easily without causing damage to the ecological balance. Okay, so it is very easy to culture these cockroaches, so they are easily available. Now, if we speak about the control measures, so we know that cockroaches, they are economically very harmful, and they cause various diseases, and they can be controlled in an efficient way. So there are two basic ways to control the spread of these cockroaches. The first one is a good sanitation method. The dark and the humid places like the kitchen, cupboards, the trolleys, they must be cleaned regularly uh, after every short duration. Then if there are certain cracks, they must be filled, and there should not be any place in the home where the accumulation of garbage can take place. Okay, because as I told you previously as well, they live in damp area, they live in moist area, and they live in area where they get certain organic matter as their nutrition. Okay, because they are heterotrophic, they show heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So anywhere where there is accumulation of garbage, the wet garbage, there are higher chances of these cockroaches living there. So good sanitation method by not accumulating garbage in the house is one of the controlling measures for cockroaches. Then cockroaches, they frequently enter home by migrating up from sewer connections, that is the sewage lines. Okay, so it is always better to keep them clean, and yeah, these are the good sanitation methods. Then if we speak about chemical control methods, there are certain chemicals, they act as an efficient poison for cockroaches. One is organophosphate, then carbamates, and pyrethroid and boric acid. So these are certain chemicals that are used as an efficient poisons for cockroaches. And also there are various other formulas which are available in the market under different brand names, which are used as a chemical control for cockroaches. So students, this particular part, that is interaction of cockroaches with mankind and controlling measures, are included and are evaluative for this year. So you have to study this part. Okay, so there are only two parts of this chapter which are being evaluative, considered evaluative. The first part, that is the habit and the habitat, the systematic position, and the last part, that is interaction with mankind and controlling measures of the spread of cockroaches. So you have to only study these four parts. Okay, and with this we end this chapter and we end this session. In the next session, we will be taking up a new chapter, that is the 12th chapter of your syllabus.